This came from the family last night. A family member had to go to hospital yesterday, otherwise they'd be here now. The hospitalisation and the illness of the family is a direct relation to the death of young David. On the 29th of December 2015, we got the saddest news that broke our hearts and spirits. Our son, brother and warrior, David Dungay Jr. was taken from us through a death in custody. David only had 2 weeks to go till his release after doing a lengthy time in jail. He was only 26 years old. He never had a chance of having his own family. We cannot understand why this has happened to our son and brother and demand answers. The Commissioner made a very premature statement saying David's death was not suspicious, which just makes us so angry considering he doesn't even know what happened, and demand an apology for this statement. We have requested a meeting with the Commissioner with no result. All we want to know is what happened to David and why. Was it the duty of care of corrective services? And want all people involved to be stood down until the inquest is finalised. Like I said, if a police officer was being investigated for a shooting, they don't get suspended until it is investigated. In my view, this should be the same for corrective services. But they are still able to work and look after our people. Why? If their duty of care is in question. This happens so many times to our people under the care of corrective services and the government. We need to put a stop to it before all our people are killed out and in our so-called safe prisons. We, the Dungay family, are going to fight to the end until we're all held responsible for the death of our son and brother David Dungay. But we are going to fight for all the other fathers, mothers, fathers, brothers, sisters who have lost a loved one in prison and tried to have laws changed and duty of care to the corrective service investigate to make sure this never happens to any of our people again. That's on behalf Christine Dungay wrote that from a hospital bed last night. Now, it raises some very interesting points there. Why aren't the prison officers stood down? When there's a killing, they're still working today. They're still working, they're still collecting a wage. Why aren't they stood down? Why are they still in the care of people when a man is being restrained by 4 prison officers? They have admitted that he was being restrained when his heart stopped. Now why aren't they stood down? Why did the police commissioner get on TV straight away, make a statement, say there's nothing suspicious, when he hadn't even had a chance to read a single statement himself about the murder? Why would he say that? Because it's the same old party line. Nothing happened, we did nothing wrong. That's rubbish, and we all know it's rubbish.